This is the start of update number 5, and this is Sunday, July 8th, 12:30 in the afternoon, down in my shop. Over my weekend, which is Friday and Saturday, I did quite a bit of work on the truck, the cab here. I put its final coat on, and it's a little rough on the top here of the cab. Nothing that I don't think I gotta worry about wet sanding it. I'm gonna hit it with a clear coat, and it's just gonna smooth that up anyways. So I think she's ready for a coat of clear coat. Now the hood, I'm gonna point it out too, my mistakes, or something I should have paid more attention to when I had the tape down, but I'll use my little pointer here if I can do this. Okay, there. About right in here where my pointer is, there's a little overspray with the black, and I'm just gonna when I add a few more white stripes, I'm just gonna go over that with a white stripe, and that should take care of that little bit of overspray with the black. Easy fix, because that's the only black stripe, plus the little one here going up towards the driver's side. So I'll probably have maybe 2-3 more little white stripes going across the hood, and that will be done with. I'll be done with the hood. But for right now, I think it looks pretty awesome. It turned out really nice. It really looks good. And then on the front of the truck, that turned out nice. I still have the turn signals and the headlights masked off, but took the tape off in the bottom part and the top part of the grill, and you can see it's looking really good. You can see the Chevy emblem. It turned out pretty decent, and the paint job turned out great. So I would say it's ready for a clear coat. I'll probably do that maybe through the work week, or I'll wait till next Friday to do that. Then down here, maybe the pointer will work out this time. But right up in here, in the top section here of the tailgate, there's a little overspray, and then there's a little overspray on this one here. Probably be better just to use my finger. So it's a little bit up here and over here overspray. So I was going to go with one black stripe. I'm going to go with 2 to cover that up. I'll have probably some angle of the black coming up going over that, and the same with this one on this side. And I think that'll look good. It'll have 3 white stripes and 2 black, so that'll look pretty cool. The bed itself, hit it with another coat of paint. I'm going to have to hit this with 1500 grit sandpaper. I'm not going to worry too much about the bed. Hitting it with another coat of paint, and then going over it with a clear coat should just smooth everything out. But I'll have to do each side with 1500 grit, and then get it ready for another coat of paint, and then that truck should be done. So I'm coming along with the truck. It's going to take me a while. Once the cab has a clear coat and it turns out nice, then I'll have to start with the striping on the cab of the truck, and also the top. So I'll pause the camera for now, start working a little bit on this today, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the cab of the truck. I got it in my spray booth. I'm going to hit it with a clear coat today. This is Sunday, July 8th. And I'm going to go ahead. I know I don't have the firewall in yet, but it shouldn't be a problem putting that in there, even if I hit that inside with a clear coat, or maybe get that later, just get the truck itself. I'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I got the can here ready to go, and I'll pause for now. Once that's done, I'll get back on the camera here and show everybody the results with this first clear coat, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, back on the cab. I just did it with a clear coat. It's looking good. I'll let this sit and dry. Figured I'd give everybody a quick update on the cab and its first clear coat, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the hood before I go ahead and get started to get this finished and out of the way. With the picture I got on my tablet, I'm trying to think here. It has about 5 more white stripes, and you can see right here in the picture. Kind of zoom in a little bit, and it's got a little stripe going up here by the headlight, then this one here, and then this one right here, and then you have another one right up here. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the pinstriping. Go as close as I can to the picture of the truck. So I'll pause the camera, figure that out, and get this all taped up and ready for the spray booth to hit it with some more white stripes, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the hood. I finished it off camera. I'm going to let the tape set about 10-15 minutes before I take it off, so I'll let it set, to dry. Acrylics don't really take that long, but I'm going to let it set for at least that long before I take the tape off and see the results. Everything's looking good so far. I'll pause for now. Talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the tailgate. I got to finish the inside with some Tamiya X7 gloss red. Got it mixed in airbrush, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this and get it out of the way. Starting to look good. Okay, I'm gonna pause the camera, finish this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I gotta get the firewall and the master cylinder. I'm gonna hit with the Tamiya X1, the gloss black, and then let the firewall dry till tomorrow, and then I'll hit it with some red. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and finish this little bit up on the truck. Everything else is looking good. So this shouldn't take too long. hopefully that was all in frame. It's looking good. I'll pause the camera, continue working and finishing this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. The firewall and the master cylinder I hit with the Tamiya X1. They're gloss black. I didn't bother hitting the firewall with any adhesion promoter. Once I go over it with the red and hit it with a clear coat, everything should be fine, because there's not really much detail to do to the firewall. And since it showed in the instructions the master cylinder painted in gloss black, I figured I might as well just get that done and out of the way. Probably tomorrow I'll hit the firewall with some red paint. So that's coming along. I figured I'd give everybody a quick update on what I'm doing with the truck, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. Off camera, I touched up the hood. In the front right here you can see it's a little duller than the rest of the hood, and that's fine. It covered up that little bit I had to cover up with the paint, so I'll let that dry for a couple hours and I'll hit it with another clear coat, and that should bring it up. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. If everything works out, then I'll say the hood's done. And then I also applied some red paint to the firewall. I'm going to hit it with a couple more coats when I set up the bed and spray booth. I'm going to hit that again today with some more red paint. A couple more coats should do it, and I can hit it with a clear coat. So I'll pause for now. I'll set that all up and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the hood. I hit it with another coat of clear coat, and it fixed that front right there. Took that dullness out, and now it's nice and clear and shiny like the rest of the hood. It's looking good. And then I hit the tailgate with some clear, and that's looking good. So I figured I'd give everybody a quick update. I'll set up the spray booth for the bed of the truck and get that ready to hit it with a couple coats of paint, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, I'm ready to paint the bed. A couple more coats of red. Earlier I hit it with 1500 grit sandpaper. So a couple more coats of paint should do the trick, and then the next step will be hitting it with a clear coat. So I got the paint mixed up and airbrushed. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a couple more coats of paint. Alright, hopefully that was all in frame. I think it's really looking good. I'll pause the camera, finish this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the bed. I hit it with a couple more coats off camera. And I know the lighting ain't that great until I get this over on the bench. But I'd say it's ready for a clear coat. Looks really good. And it'll be ready for some white stripes. And then the firewall, I hit it with a couple more coats of red. I'll let that dry and then I'll hit it with a clear coat. That's ready to go. I figured I'd give everybody a quick update. Everything's looking good. I'll pause the camera and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I guess I could start working on the interior. You see right here. And the dash. And there's the, look at the detail on the dash there. That's pretty cool. And it just get it in. Goes in like that. That looks pretty cool. Then I got the seats and the steering wheel. I'll probably work on this off camera. I figured I'd give everybody a quick update. I could start working on the dash and the interior, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the truck. This is Sunday morning, about 10:15. This is July 15th. Over the weekend, my weekend, which is Fridays and Saturdays, I worked on the bed of the truck. I hit it with 1500 grit sandpaper, wet sanded the side walls right here on both sides, and then I hit it again last night with a couple more coats of red paint. I took the tape off the rear bumper there and you can see the black. Wanted to cover that up and give it some detail. Now all I have to do with this is hit it with a clear coat and she'll be ready for some striping. So I'm happy about that part. The cab's ready for striping. Turned out awesome. Finished that up last week, so it's been sitting. I just haven't had time this weekend to get to it. Did hit the firewall because it's the same color as the truck, and then I'll have to hit that with a clear coat today. Been starting to work on the interior. I have the dash, I have this part of the dash glued in. I did that last night. I'm going to hit this with some adhesion promoter because the top of the dash is I'm going to use this red right here. It's Guards red. It is acrylic. It's Model Masters and the number is 4632. Because in the instructions it says garnet red, and that's as close as you can get to it. So that's the top here. That's going to be red, and the rest of it's going to be all gloss black. So I'm going to hit this with an adhesion promoter and then primer it, and then hit the top and then the rest of it maybe next weekend, and that'll be out of the way. The steering wheel is gloss black too. The seats are the same color as the dash. They're that red right here. It's not a bad color. It's a lighter color red. I thought about doing something different with the seats, like maybe making them like a leather look to them, and then the outside here make it red, and then the cushions have it like a rubber black. But I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out when I get around to it. So what I'm going to be working on today is hitting this with a clear coat. Maybe work a little bit with the dash, and if I can move things out of the way, I can show everybody below here. The hood is done. An overhead light. The hood is done. I already had to fix that area right there to touch it up with some red. Then I went over it with a clear coat, and it looks awesome. I'm lacking one stripe. I think it looks fine. I'm going to leave it like it is. The tailgate's finished. I hit it with a clear coat yesterday. All I got to do is flip it over and add a couple black stripes to the back of the tailgate. So basically that's almost done. The master cylinder down there, I painted a gloss black. I'm going to have to glue that together, and it goes onto the firewall. So let me go ahead, pause the camera, get some things started here on the truck, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I got the bed of the truck in my spray booth. I'm going to apply a couple coats of this Tamiya Clear TS13. Hit it with a couple good coats and let it set and see how it turns out. Should turn out pretty awesome. And then it'll be ready to sit until next weekend for some striping. So I figured I'd give everybody a quick update. This is what I'm be doing next, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. Touched up the hood, got that white stripe right there. I touched it up with some white, and she's done. I gotta hit it with some 2500 grit, wet sand it down one more time and hit it with its final clear coat. The tailgate, I'm gonna mask the area off that I'm gonna I'm gonna put two black stripes on it, so like maybe one right here and one over here. I touched up the tailgate with some more red paint. Now I'll have to hit that with another coat of clear coat. It's looking good now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up for the spray booth. Probably won't film it. I'll do it off camera because it's just going to be easy to mask that all off and hit it with a couple black stripes. So I'll pause for now and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I got the tailgate ready for two black stripes. Got everything else masked off on the tailgate. So I'm going to prep the spray booth and get the paint ready for the airbrush. So I'm going to pause. I'll show the results when that's all done, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. Tailgate turned out awesome. Now all I have to do is hit it with a clear coat. It looks really cool. So I'll be working on the cab. I'll probably be setting that up later today and painting it in the spray booth and set up the camera for that. Also the interior, I'm going to hit that today too with the guards red. It's acrylic. I don't have my glasses on. I think it's number 4632. That's the interior. So I'll probably knock that out of the way today, get that done. And so I should be able to get that done and start painting on the cab, and the tailgate's finished. I'll probably just start with the white stripes first. So let me pause and set that all up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, I got the interior ready to be painted, and I have the guards red number 4632 in the airbrush. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the interior and go ahead and get started. hopefully that's all in frame. I'm going to pause and finish this up, and I'll show the results when that's all done, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the truck. Painted the interior, you can see here. I think it turned out really nice. Looks pretty cool. I could have cleaned it up right over here and the opposite side, but I'm not going to worry about it. You're not going to really see that much down there, I don't think, once it's in the cab. And again, I used the guards red for the interior, and looks good. And then, like I said, the hood's done. Now I'm working on the cab. You can see right here, getting it ready for the spray booth. I'm using 3mm and 5mm tape. Then I'll have to mask the areas off that are going to stay red. Then I can pull that tape off. The same on the opposite side. Tedious part is masking the areas off in here with the Tamiya tape. It shouldn't take too long. The rest of it I can cover up, no problem. So I'm going to get that set up for the spray booth. Figured I'd give everybody a quick update. I'll set up the camera for that segment, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I got everything masked off, getting it ready for the spray booth. You can see here. Still got to get the top and the back and the front with some painter's tape. But she's ready to go. I'll take the white tape off here in a little bit. I'll set up the spray booth, mix up the paint, and I'll film that part. So I'll pause for now, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, back on the cab. I got it ready for some white stripes. Got the paint mixed up in airbrush, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. starting to look good, taking shape with the stripes. And this side too, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, finish this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another quick update. I got the stripes painted already, white. I touched them up off camera, and I'm going to let this sit and dry for a little bit before I take the tape off. I'll keep my fingers crossed there's no overspray, but there's no guarantee. But so far so good. So I'll let this sit for a little while, take the tape off, and I'll show the results, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. The results turned out pretty nice. I've got some overspray to deal with, which I was had the gut feeling it was going to happen, but no point to argue about it. I'm going to have to clean it up, but it's looking good, and I got the stripes to line up to go down side of the door. You can see here, pretty cool. So it's looking good, taking shape. Do a little bit here, a little bit there, but I'll call this a wrap for update number 5. I'd like to thank all my YouTube subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Sub to my channel. More to come on the Chevy 454 SS Van Halen fan build. And I'll talk with everybody later.